What's up, everybody? It's E the Prophet here to do another video. And this video is going to be called Scientists Have Discovered a Whale with 4 Legs. What does that mean for science? And the reason why I wanted to do this video is just because I like doing crazy ass videos that don't make no the reason why I really wanted to do this video because this animal has kind of like a lot of implications, you know what I'm saying, if you're into science, evolution, that sort of thing. This isn't the first whale that they found with legs, but this is the oldest one they found so far, in terms of fossil, assuming that it is what they think it looks like, you know what I'm saying? And the reason why I feel this is important because a lot of scientists are probably going to lead you to believe that whales evolved from this particular animal. And I'm not so sure that's the case. You know what I'm saying? I think that is a good chance that animal that they found may be just a totally different species of animal from the whale. You know, kind of like how you have some snakes that live on land, you have some snakes that live in the water. You know what I'm saying? It's like we always want to assume that this evolved from this or that evolved from that. And I'm just not even sure, you know, we can keep making those assumptions. You know, I'm going to tell you, why this is so crazy to me, that animal. Like, this isn't the first time they found one, but this is the first time I've read about it. So, you know, but if you think about it, a whale with legs, basically they're saying, and I've seen a picture of what they think it looks like, but basically it's like a mix between a dolphin and a wolf. Now, if you think about that, if an animal like that existed, that means almost any freaking thing could have existed. So when you see, like, you know, sphinxes in Egypt, or, you know, lions, you know, birds, lions with wings, you know, bird head, stuff like that, these animals may very well have existed based on this right here, to be honest. There may very well have been dragons. You know, a dragon is not that hard to believe for me because I know there are eels in the ocean who actually have electricity generating through their body, and they can shock you with electricity. An animal that has electricity. So if an animal can have electricity, why couldn't an animal have fire? You know what I'm saying? There's a shrimp called a mantis shrimp that lives in the ocean that punches at the speed of sound. And when I say the speed of sound, I'm not exaggerating. This punch has one of honestly, that punch might be the fastest animal movement in the kingdom, I think. It's either the fastest or the second fastest. Like, there is no movement faster than the shrimp. And basically, like, the shrimp punch is so fast that if you kept it in an aquarium, it could punch a hole through the glass, literally. And one other unique feature about this mantis shrimp is that it sees in like 5 different fields of vision, meaning it can see in like 5 different spectrums that we can't even see in. I mean, it has amazing vision, you know, and there are a lot of animals with amazing qualities that if you think about it, nothing within our imagination really would be that far-fetched in terms of animals. You know what I'm saying? There may have been horses with wings, you know, there may have been unicorns. I mean, I'm not talking magical unicorns, but there may have been horses that had horns. They said they found a species of one of these whales that had horns. Like one of the whales with legs. One of the whales they found had webbed feet and horns. You know, if this was really a whale, it could just be another species of animal that's not a whale and may have certain characteristics of a whale, you know, and which brings me to my next point. If you think about it, if we go back 30, 40, 50 million years, there is a very good chance we would not recognize any of the life on the planet. Nothing that we see today may have been there 30, 40, 50 million years ago, with the exception of maybe a few alligators, you know, maybe some sharks, you know, but other than that, most of the life we see will probably be way, way bigger or just totally different than anything we see today. You know, 30, 40, 50 million years ago, humans may not even have been able to survive the conditions of the planet. The Earth was probably a totally different planet than what we live on today in terms of weather, in terms of, you know, atmosphere, food, you know, whatever, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's like God knows what animals were actually. I wouldn't be surprised if there were animals that had fish heads on land and animals in the water, like, it's just no telling. Evidently, I believe, this is just my opinion, my theory, there had to be something that happened in a lifetime of this planet, maybe more than one event, that led to a mass evolution. We always hear about mass extinction, but I think there was a mass evolution of the animals on this planet. And this mass evolution may be why if humans actually showed up. Well, I don't know what happened. I don't know. I'm going to assume at some point there was a decrease of the oxygen in the atmosphere, because the animals seem to be huge at one point, and then they seem to just start getting smaller. Everything started miniaturizing. And I'm going to assume that this was the result of somehow, oxygen diminishing in the atmosphere, which could have been from a comet, something hitting the earth, impacting it. Could have been a volcano, who knows, anything. But I definitely believe something caused like a massive, rapid evolution sometime during the history of the planet, And if you look at some of these animals, and you look closely at them, you'll notice, like, you may see a turtle that has a head like a snake or a lizard. Then you may see a turtle that has a beak like a bird. You know what I'm saying? You may see certain lizards that have heads just like snakes, but they have a body, but the neck on up looks just like a snake. You know what I'm saying? And, if you think about how closely related birds and reptiles seem to be, they're definitely, and then the fact that they say the dinosaurs evolved from birds, even though I don't agree with that. I think there are dinosaurs that probably are related to birds, just like there are dinosaurs that are related to reptiles. We use dinosaur in a very monolithic way, very generalized way, but dinosaurs could be related to mammals for all we know. That term we used to refer to a big lizard, I think, but now, since they're saying it, like many of our current raptors, like eagles, falcons, stuff like that, are dinosaurs. And I think they said ostriches and birds like that are dinosaurs, but I'm gonna tell you though, if you really think about this, think about the biggest lizard in the world, the Komodo dragon. Think about how they behave, the tools they have, and you're not gonna tell me that they didn't come from some form of dinosaur. I could very much see species of dinosaurs behaving exactly like Komodo dragons, but probably much bigger. Komodo dragons have serrated teeth, kind of like a shark, meaning, they can pretty much bite through anything. They can do some serious damage with their teeth, and they have poison. People thought it was bacteria, but now they say it's poison. And they can smell, from very, very far away. Kind of like it's almost like they're kind of like the sharks on land, which makes me wonder. Like, they say that the whale is related to the hippo. Even though they're saying that they descended from a deer-like animal, everything I read said that whales are related to hippos. It makes me wonder if these Komodo dragons could possibly be related to sharks, because their behavior is so similar and their tools are very similar, and neither one of them seem to show very much emotional compassion. So I wonder if somehow they could be related somehow, some way. But like I said, if we had some way to image the Earth 50 million years ago, like I said, we probably wouldn't even recognize it. I don't even know what I've read various things about what the dominant animal species was during the various times. Dinosaurs, I've read it was alligators, who knows? Maybe there was an intelligent form of animal. At the time, there was, I don't know when the apes or the monkeys came along, or if we have, it's just no telling, no way to know what was really there. But I'm going to tell you, when you look back, at some of these old religions, the Romans, the Greeks, the Egyptians, Babylonians, Mesopotamians, Assyrians, you look back, and a lot of them had these animals, animal representations of gods, and a lot of the animals were like Egypt had a lot of different, animals, like gods with jackal heads. And like I said, we know about the Sphinx, Greece had the what's the bird with the Pegasus, the winged horse. These things may have existed. And I'm really starting, a lot of the things we think is fantasy and fairy tales, man, these animals may have really existed at certain points throughout history. And I'm positive, man, I am positive that a lot of the animals we see now were mixed with other animals, yeah, I mean, I'm trying to figure out a way to explain it so that it makes sense. But I think the animals we see now were mixed with other animals we see now 30, 40, 50 million years ago. And I don't know if these animals, like somehow, like I said, whatever thing happened that, like I said, impacted the evolution of the life on the planet may have caused these animals to split, and like I said, if you believe in evolution, if evolution is your thing, which, I do, I guess it could have been some type of massive evolutionary event that impacted apes and monkeys, which may be where we come from. You know what I'm saying? And it may not be that we have a common ancestor. We may have evolved from some monkey, and those monkeys don't exist anymore because either they evolved to us or they died off. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I can't really. This is, I guess, more of a speculation video for me. Once again, trying to put ideas out there, make people think about things they normally wouldn't think about, or think about things in a way they normally wouldn't think about them in. Because I'm gonna tell you, I believe we got it all wrong on everything with the way the dinosaurs look. With the okay, just going back to the beginning, why I did the video about the whale with the legs. This whale evidently, or this animal, whatever it was, evidently had tremendous bite force, bite power. So that could have been, a dominant predator, at its time. It may have been, just in the same way that, killer whales are dominant in the ocean. This predator may not have had no other predators, and could have, like I said, been a dominant. I mean, we just really have no way to know at all. And I just think, man, we just got it all wrong, totally wrong. We just really have no idea what was what. And I don't know how to get there, because they keep finding new stuff all the time that totally changes our thinking. Like, many of us are under the assumption that life started in the ocean and came out of the ocean onto land. Now, looking at this animal, if it did evolve into a whale, which I question, I don't really think it did. I think these are just two different distinct animals. But let's just say it did evolve into what we know as the modern day whale. That means it would have started off on land and went to the ocean. So all life evidently didn't start in the ocean, based on that theory. Now I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm not so. I used to believe that all life did start on the ocean and came from the ocean onto land, based on the fact that we have to drink water to survive, and we have to have it frequently or we'll die. We'll dehydrate. That's what really made me think that most life came from the ocean originally. And maybe that still might be the case, but it could also be a case whereas life may have evolved in the ocean and life may have evolved near the ocean, not necessarily in it, but near it. All life may, and it may have evolved. Some life may have evolved simultaneously, like in the ocean and on land near the ocean, and that's just another theory, another thought. But like I said, we really have to expand our thinking, because yeah, some of the stuff we read in fairy tales may have more reality backing it up than we may have known. Some of the religions we look at is fantasy, fairy tales, cool stories with no basis. There may very well have been some basis behind it. And that's all I think I'm gonna go ahead and leave it there, with this video. I really don't have anything more to add other than, expand our minds. I'm gonna tell you what really makes me a thinker unlike any other And it's not that I'm more intelligent or I'm smarter than anybody else. It's just that I don't have anything impeding my thought process. I don't have anything influencing the way I think. You know what I'm saying? I don't subscribe to religion. I don't subscribe to science. Well, not some of the current science theories anyway. I don't read people's books. I don't listen to people's videos. I don't listen to their lectures. Nobody will ever tell me or influence the way that I think. Nobody. I don't let nobody influence me at all. So everything you hear me say is something that's coming out of my mouth because I thought of it and formulated, brought it to you, in the form of a video. You will never hear me regurgitating somebody else's theories. If you do, then we just happen to think the same way. I promise you, I didn't read nobody else's stuff and bring it to you here. Everything you hear me say is something I thought of. Something, like I said, a thought that's coming out of me, from me, originally from me. And like I said, hey, for this video, if y'all got any, man, please somebody smart watch the video and leave a comment. If you got any thoughts, any ideas, any theories of your own, please leave them. I'll talk about them in my next video if they're good. I'll respond to you regardless. I respond to everybody who comments, even the bad ones. But please like the video, please comment, please subscribe, share. If you're into the science stuff and you're in the science communities, I haven't been able to really find any good science communities, where I could chat with people and talk with people. I really would like to find like minds like me, people who are really into this kind of thing and who can really think through it, put it together, have good thoughts, good theories, good questions. I love it. I'm looking for smart people to talk to. So yeah, please hit me up. Please drop some comments. And other than that, thank you for watching the video. I love you. Everybody stay safe, stay strong, stay healthy. Peace.